A very good morning, my dear students. We are continuing chapter 5, sensory, attentional and perceptual processes, in which we had completed the sensory part and the attention part, and we are continuing the perception parts. So as you know, the perception is very small part or a small topic. So within a 2 video, this is also complete. So that's why your chapter 5 is almost finished. So some students request me for repeating few topics. For example, the concept of AL and DL and the function of the eye. That means the concept of nosal half and the temporal half. So in this video, today's we are revising the two topic, the AL and the DL, which is the most important topic. And as you know, few students are joining just now. ठीक है, बहुत सारे students ने अभी join किया है. So definitely उन्होंने पहले ये topic नहीं पढ़ा होगा. So this is very important topic and most of the students cannot understand. So that's why I repeat this topic. So today's topic is the AL and the DL. That means the absolute Lyman and the differential Lyman in the section of the functional limitation of the sensory organs. ठीक है? Functional limitation of the sense organs. And our next revising topic is, this is the first, and second is the concept of working of the eye. That means the concept of nosal half and the temporal half. Okay, so I revised, I explained it is in a brief way. So functional limitation, that means the concept of AL. AL, that means a value which decide the minimum quality of the stimulus. ठीक है, एक ऐसी value जो decide करती है किसी stimulus की वो value जो कि required है किसी sense organs को stimulate करने के लिए, activate करने के लिए. This is the concept of AL. Now the what is DL? DL, that means एक ऐसी value, एक ऐसी quantity जो necessary है, required है for discriminating two stimulus और डिफरेंशिएट करने में किसी एक ही स्टिमुलस की दो वैल्यूज में. ठीक है, दो क्वालिटीज में, अगर क्वालिटीज वाइज वो डिफरेंट है तो उसमें डिफरेंशिएट करने के लिए जो मिनिमम वैल्यू रिक्वायर्ड होती है, दिस इज द डीएल. नाउ व्हाट इज द नोजल हाफ एंड द टेम्पोरल हाफ? सो नोजल हाफ, सी देयर इज अ आई. ठीक है, दिस इज द नोज. You can imagine this is the ear. So if you are doing this, ठीक है, अगर कॉर्निया को हाफ पोर्शन में डिवाइड कर रहे हो, so this is the nasal half of this eye and this is the nasal half of this eye and this is the temporal half and this is the temporal half. ठीक है, suppose this is the right eye, this is the left eye. So left eye का this is the temporal half and this is the nasal half, and right eye का this is the nasal half and this is the temporal half. So इसी वे में फंक्शन होता है. हमारी विजुअल फील्ड जो होती है वो भी डिवाइडेड होती है लेफ्ट एंड राइट में. सो डेफिनेटली जब स्टिमुलस राइट साइड से आता है तो वो हमारे राइट आई के नोजल हाफ और इस आई के इस आई जब राइट साइड से स्टिमुलस आ रहा है राइट विजुअल फील्ड से, सो हमारे राइट आई के टेम्पोरल हाफ और लेफ्ट आई के नोजल हाफ को स्टिमुलेट कर रहा है, जबकि लेफ्ट साइड से अगर स्टिमुलस आ रहा है और उसे हम परसीव कर रहे हैं, तो डेफिनेटली ये हमारे राइट आई के नोजल हाफ और लेफ्ट आई के टेम्पोरल हाफ को एक्टिवेट कर रहा है. ठीक है, वो उसको रिसीव कर रहा है. सो दिस इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ टेम्पोरल हाफ एंड द नोजल हाफ. एंड अगेन इसे डिटेल में रिवाइज करते हैं थ्रू दी पीपीटीज, तो आप ज्यादा क्लियर समझ पाओगे. ओके, दिस इज ऑल.
Now our next topic is a functional limitation of sense organs. What do you understand by the functional limitation? See one example. If your friend on the torch on your eyes, can you able to see things? If you are entering in a dark room, can you able to see things? If the voice is too much loud or too much slow, so you can detect it, you can able to hear the particular voice. Definitely not. So this is the limitation. Our sense organs, our specialized sense organs, not receive all the signals, all the stimulus which are presented in the environment. They need a optimal level, a magnitude, a intensity of sound, or you can say the brightness. ठीक है. सो हमें किसी पर्टिकुलर स्टिमुलस को डिटेक्ट करने के लिए, उसे प्रोसेस करने के लिए उसकी कुछ मिनिमम वैल्यू चाहिए होती है. एवरेज लेवल, मतलब ह्यूमन ईयर किस एवरेज लेवल पे साउंड की वाइब्रेशंस को परसीव कर सकता है, उसे अंडरस्टैंड, उसे उसकी स्टिमुलेशन को फील कर सकता है, उसका एक ऑप्टिमल लेवल होता है. ठीक है. हम हर सारे साउंड को, अगर वो बहुत ज्यादा लो साउंड है तो क्या हम उसे रिसीव कर सकते हैं, उसकी स्टिमुलेशन को फील कर सकते हैं? नहीं कर सकते. या बहुत ज्यादा एक्सेसिव लाउड साउंड है तो भी हम उसे परसीव नहीं कर सकते. एट द सेम टाइम हम इसे स्मेल के थ्रू भी कह सकते हैं, या मतलब ऑल काइंड ऑफ सेंस ऑर्गन्स जितने हमारे हैं उनकी कुछ लिमिटेशन होती है. वो एक रेंज के उस रेंज में जो उनकी एक रेंज होती है, और उस रेंज में जो भी स्टिमुलस होते हैं वो सिर्फ उन्हें डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, उन्हें परसीव कर सकते हैं. ऑल द काइंड ऑफ सेंसेशन, ऑल द काइंड ऑफ जो इंफॉर्मेशन है, सबको वो प्रोसेस नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है. सो दिस इज नोन एज द फंक्शनल लिमिटेशन ऑफ सेंस ऑर्गन्स. सो हर एक सेंस ऑर्गन्स की कुछ फंक्शनल लिमिटेशंस होती है. वो एक रेंज के अंदर के जो स्टिमुलस होते हैं सिर्फ उन्हीं को रिसीव कर सकते हैं, उन्हीं को आगे प्रोसेस कर सकते हैं. सो सी, एज ह्यूमंस, आईज, ईयर एंड अदर ऑर्गन्स नॉट पॉसिबल टू नोटिस ऑल स्टिमुली. ठीक है. हमें और सारे स्टिमुलस को हम एक साथ साइमल्टेनियसली प्रोसेस नहीं कर सकते, रिसीव नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है. सो हम क्या करते हैं, एंड हम सारे स्टिमुलस में डिफरेंस भी नहीं कर सकते. दिस इज ऑल्सो अवर लिमिटेशन. ठीक है. जैसे कि हम सभी स्टिमुलस को परसीव नहीं करते, एज द सेम वे हम डिफरेंशिएट भी नहीं कर पाते टू स्टिमुलस में, अगर वो बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंट ना हो तो. ठीक है. सो दिस अगेन दिस इज आवर फंक्शनल लिमिटेशन. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट these two concepts, the detecting of the particular stimulus on the basis of a range, and the difference between the two stimulus. So the two concepts which are under in it, that is the absolute threshold or the absolute Lyman, and the differential threshold or the differential Lyman. Okay. The DL and the AL, these are the two concepts which explain the functional limitations of our sense organs. Let's move on the topic. So this is explained कि for being noticed by a sensory receptors which are presented in on your sense organs, a stimulus has to be of optimal intensity or magnitude. एक optimal level की intensity और magnitude होना चाहिए. This is required, this is necessary only then our receptors are receive the signals. Okay. And a branch of psychology which studied these phenomena, the different kind of stimulus magnitude and the intensity, which is known as the psychophysics. Psychophysics is a branch of psychology which studies about the stimulus and the sensation related issues. So this branch studies relationship between the stimuli and sensations they evoke. Now move to the AL, absolute threshold or absolute Lyman, which is known as AL. So minimum value of a stimulus required to activate a given sensory system. ठीक है. For example, एक example लेते हैं. You take a glass of water and add 2 spoon of sugar on it and dilute it. ठीक है. After that, if you taste it, you can say this is the sweet. The taste is sweet. ठीक है. Just imagine if you add only few crystals of the sugar on the glass. Can you imagine the taste of sweetness? No, because there is the quantity of this sugar is very less, which is not diluted and mixed with the water, and you cannot feel the taste of sweetness. ठीक है. तो अगर मतलब हमें अगर उसमें स्वीटनेस फील करना है तो हमें क्या करना होगा, हमको मोर एंड मोर शुगर ऐड करना होगा. ठीक है. सपोज हमने टू क्रिस्टल ऐड किया उस वाटर में एंड वी डाइल्यूट इट, बट वी कैन नॉट फील द स्वीटनेस. अगेन वी एड ऑन few crystals of the sugar, then again, and इस प्रोसेस के थ्रू सपोज हमने हाफ स्पून ऑफ शुगर एड ऑन किया उस वाटर में एंड मिक्स किया, एंड आफ्टर दैट when we taste it, we feel little bit sweetness. ठीक है. And after that, when we add a half teaspoon more sugar, then we experience the glass of water is really sweet. ठीक है. So this is the quantity, this is the minimum quantity which recognizes as a sweetness. ठीक है. जिसने एक मिनिमम क्वांटिटी होनी चाहिए किसी पर्टिकुलर स्टिमुलस की, उसमें प्रेजेंट होने की, उसके बेसिस पे हम उसे स्वीट कह सकते हैं. ठीक है. So in this example, if you add a granule of sugar to a glass of water, you may not experience any sweetness and in that water. So addition of a second granule to water may also not make it taste sweet. But if you go on adding sugar granules on after another, there will become a point when you will say that the water is now sweet. So the minimum number of sugar granules required to say that the water is sweet will be the AL. The sweetness is the AL. ठीक है. The sweetness जो है उस glass of water में, this is the AL. The minimum level which are required to taste water sweet. ठीक है. जो water है उसको sweetness के taste में consider करने के लिए, so this minimum level is basically known as the AL or the absolute threshold or the absolute limit of sweetness. ठीक है. So in order to be noticed, a stimulus has carry a minimum value or weight. So the minimum value of a stimulus required to activate a given sensory system is called absolute threshold. ठीक है. अब just imagine there is a variations in a person to person. ठीक है. And even in your time, sometime you feel when you are feeling so much fatigue, when you are not in proper mood, you are fast. ठीक है. अगर आपका फास्ट रहता है तो आफ्टर दैट, आफ्टर डे कंप्लीशन, जब आप एट इवनिंग और ग्लास ऑफ वाटर लेते हो शुगर के साथ, सो यू कैन फील दिस इज नॉट स्वीट. ठीक है. उस टाइम पे मोर स्वीटनेस रिक्वायर्ड होती है. सो बहुत सारे मूड स्टेट्स हो सकते हैं, बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स हो सकते हैं इंडिविजुअल के जो इसमें वेरिएशंस क्रिएट करें. ठीक है. सो इंडिविजुअल डिफरेंशियल इसमें आप पाए जाएंगे. मे बी आपको ये वाटर स्वीट लग रहा है एट द दिस लेवल, बट सम इंडिविजुअल, कोई और इंडिविजुअल अगर उसको टेस्ट कर रहा है तो वो कह रहा है कि नो, दिस इज नॉट sufficient sweet, this is not sweet. ठीक है. So उस टाइम पे हम how we decide the AL? There is a individual differences, so how we decide the AL value? So in this case we put up the 50% trial. ठीक है. When we are conducting the 100 trial and the 50 times एक individual किसी particular stimulus को feel करता है, suppose sweetness को feel करता है, then we say this is the AL value of the sweetness on the water. ठीक है. So that means हमें किसी particular stimulus के AL को डिसाइड करने के लिए उसको हम जो 100 ट्रायल है ना, उसमें से हमको 50% टाइम, मतलब 50 टाइम हमें उसे फील होना चाहिए, वो स्टिमुलेशन हमें फील होना चाहिए. ओनली देन वी कंसीडर दिस मिनिमम वैल्यू एज अ AL. दिस इज द वन कॉन्सेप्ट. अनदर कॉन्सेप्ट इज द DL. लेट्स मूव ऑन द DL. So this is the DL, that's mean differential threshold. ठीक है. So as AL, it may be noted at this point that the AL is not a fixed point. So instead it varies considerably across individuals and situations, depend on the people's organic conditions and the motivational states. So hence we have to assess it on the basis of a number of trials. The number of sugar granules that may produce the experience of sweetness in water on 50% of occasions will be called the AL. AL of sweetness. So if you add more number of sugar granules, then the chance of are greater than the water will be reported more often as sweet than plain. Okay? So as the AL concept, there is a DL concept also. DL, that means we cannot detect the difference between the two stimulus on the basis of a minimum difference. ठीक है. हम without a minimum difference, a minimum amount of the difference, we cannot discriminate between the two stimulus. So the minimum level of the difference which compulsory, which necessary for recognizing, for understanding two different kind of stimulus. This is the differential threshold. Now see the concept. So as it is not possible for us to notice all stimuli, it is not possible to differentiate between all stimulus or the all stimuli. So in order to notice two stimulus as different from each other, there has to be some minimum difference between the values of those stimulus or the values of those stimuli. So the smallest difference in the value of two stimuli that is necessary to notice them as different is called differential threshold or the differential Lyman. So to understand it, we may continue with our sugar water experiment. Okay? So in this, see, when you put up in a sugar granules in a more and you experience the sweetness in a water. Okay? Imagine you add on some more sugar granules, then some more sugar granules on the 2 to 3 times, and you feel that this sweetness of the water is different from the previous one. Okay? When you are adding, suppose 5 to 6 spoon of sugar on the half glass of water. So this sweetness is as compared to the previous one, where the in a 1 glass of water, the adding the 2 spoon of the sugar is definitely sweet. The previous one is lesser sweet, and the next is the high sweet, or you can say the more sweet. Okay? So this experiment is basically prove the difference between the two type of sweetness, the previous one and the later one. So in a continue to the sugar water experiment, as we have seen, the plain water is experienced as a sweet after the addition of certain number of sugar granules. Let us remember these sweetness. The next question is, how many sugar granules will be needed in the water in order to experience its sweetness as different from the previous sweetness? That means the quantity of the sugar granules which required, the minimum quantity of the sugar granules which is required for detecting or for sensation of the difference between the two kind of sweetness, the previous one and the next one. So go on, different from the previous sweetness. So go on adding sugar granules one after another, tasting the water each time, and after addition a few granules, you will notice at a point that the water is now sweeter than the previous one. So the minimum quantity, the minimum amount of sugar granules which are required, which are necessary for detecting, for feeling of the different kind of sweetness is considered as the DL. The number of sugar granules added to the water to generate an experience of sweetness that is different from the previous sweetness on 50% of the occasion will be called the DL of the sweetness. Again, in this case also, there are this cases at least 50% time of the हमें experience होना चाहिए, हमें perceive होना चाहिए. Only then we can say this is the minimum level of the DL. This is the DL. This is the minimum level of the particular stimulus which are necessary for the recognizing or for the detecting. Okay, so thus differential threshold is the minimum amount of change in a physical stimulus that is capable of producing a sensation different or the difference on 50% of the trials. Okay, so smallest difference in the value of two stimuli that is necessary to notice them as different. Okay, this is called DL. And minimum amount of change in a physical stimuli that is capable of producing a sensation difference in a 50% of the class. So this is the concept of the AL and DL. So you may realize by now that understanding of sensation is not possible without understanding the AL and the DL of different type of stimuli. For example, visual, audition. But that is not enough. Sensory processes do not depend only on the stimulus characteristic. Sense organs and the neural pathway connecting them to various brain centers also play a vital role in these processes. So a sense organ receives the stimulation and encode it as an electrical impulse. For being noticed, this electrical impulse must reach the higher brain centers, and any structural or functional defect or damage in the receptor organ, its neural pathway or the concerned brain areas may lead to a partial or complete loss of sensation. So that means for understanding the sensation, for understanding our sensory organs and the whole process of the sensation, attention and the perception, we need here to understand the not only the AL and the DL but also the whole mechanism which are responsible for अंडरस्टैंडिंग अवर वर्ल्ड. ठीक है, हमें अपने वर्ल्ड के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन देने के लिए जो होल प्रोसेस है उसे अंडरस्टैंड करना बहुत रिक्वायर्ड है. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ, नॉट ओनली ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द AL एंड DL, हम अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं ऑल द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, ऑल द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ द सेंसेशन, बट देयर इज नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द होल प्रोसेस ऑल्सो. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. सपोज योर AL and DL is intact, there is no issue for the environmental side जहाँ से आप perceive नहीं कर पा रहे हो, या suppose your receptors are receive the sensation, your eyes is intact, your eyes is workable, there is no defect, there is no problem, your eyes is receive the signals, but still you cannot able to see a particular signal, particular things. ठीक है, so maybe the defect is on the neural pathways. Your receptors is intact, they receive the signals, but your neural pathways are not processing it forward. This is the damage of your neural pathways which are process the information to the higher authority, to the higher part of the brain, which are the responsible part of the particular type of stimulation. ठीक है, so if suppose the neural pathways are also intact, there is no issue, your eyes is receive the signal, the neural pathway convey it to the higher authority, but still you cannot able to see the things. So maybe the problem, that damage is on your head, on your brain areas which are concerned for the particular type of sensation. ठीक है, the concerned areas of the brain which are responsible the visual sensation, maybe this part is damaged. So there is different processes, different angles which are, the whole function is required. ठीक है, maybe the neural pathways are intact, the brain part which are responsible for the visual sensation are intact, but your receptors is not receive the signals. Maybe the problem is with your receptors, or maybe the problem in with the AL and the DL. You cannot perceive a visual signal because the AL is not appropriate, the AL is less than 50%, or you can say the AL amount is very less, the DL is not here. So maybe problem is at any point, at any time, तो कोई भी problem हो सकती है. So for understanding the whole concept of sensation, there is need to understand the whole process of sensation. First of all, the AL and DL of the stimulus, that this is the characteristic of the stimulus, this is not the characteristic of the organism. ठीक है, this is the characteristic, this is the features of the stimulus. कि उस स्टिमुलस की जो मैग्नीट्यूड है, स्टिमुलस की जो इंटेंसिटी है, वो एक मिनिमम लेवल की होनी चाहिए. ओनली देन वी कैन डिटेक्ट इट, वी कैन परसीव इट, वी कैन रिसीव इट. ठीक है, नाउ when we are receiving the signals, we process the signals, there are so many parts involved. For example, the eyes, when we are talking about the visual sensation, so there is a eye, then the neural pathway, then the higher brain centers. ठीक है, so all are, if intact, all are functioning well, only then we can feel the we can experience the sensation. ठीक है, if there is problem in any point, maybe on neural path, maybe on receptors, maybe on the AL or DL, and maybe on the brain, if there is a problem in any point, so we cannot experience the sensation as in a proper way as we see as a normal. So our sensory processes depends on stimulus characteristic. Stimulus characteristic, that means the magnitude, the intensity, the AL and the DL, all are characteristic of the stimulus. From here, so let's start the working of the eye or the function of the eye. कैसे, how we perceive the object, how we see the object. ठीक है, किस तरह से पूरा प्रोसेस होता है, कैसे कैसे क्या होता है. Let's see. So passing through conjunctiva, cornea and pupil, the light enters the lens and which focuses it onto the retina. ठीक है, जो लेंस होता है वो जब लाइट को रिसीव करता है कॉर्निया से होते हुए, प्यूपिल से होते हुए जब लेंस तक हमारी लाइट पहुंचती है, तो लाइट जो लेंस होता है वो उसे फोकस करता है ऑन दी रेटिनल लेयर. एंड रेटिना इज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू पार्ट्स, द नोजल हाफ एंड द टेम्पोरल हाफ. द इनर हाफ पोर्शन ऑफ द आई टुवर्ड्स द नोज, taking the center of phobia as midpoint is called the nasal half. ठीक है, nasal half क्या है, which are the inner half portion of the eye towards the nose and taking the center of phobia as midpoint is called the nasal half. The outer half portion of the eye towards the temple from the center of the phobia is called the temporal half. So light from the right visual field stimulate the light half of each eye. ठीक है, that is the nasal half and of the right eye and the temporal half of the left eye. And light from the left visual field stimulate the right half of each eye. That is the nasal half and the of the left eye and the temporal half of the right eye. An inverted image of the object is formed on the retina. This is very much confusing. I will explain you in a easy language. See, there is a two field, the left visual field in the right visual field. See your nose, there is a left visual field. If the any light enter from the here, this is the left visual field. If the light is enter from the here, this is the right visual field. ठीक है, so there is a two field, right and the left and the right, and there is a area which is divided into two part. ठीक है, जितना भी हमारा ब्रेन का आई का एरिया, there is a two eye, that's why the area is divided into two part, the nasal half and the temporal half. Nasal, that's mean the nose area, temporal, that's mean the ear area. ठीक है, so if the लाइट इज एंटरिंग फ्रॉम दी लेफ्ट साइड, ठीक है, अगर सपोज इस साइड से लाइट आ रही है तो क्या चीज इन्वॉल्व होगा, हमारा इस आई का टेम्पोरल एरिया और इस आई का नोजल एरिया. द आईज इज डिवाइडेड, सपोज आप कॉर्निया पे ऐसे पॉइंट करो, सो देयर इज अ टेम्पोरल हाफ एंड द नोजल हाफ. नोजल हाफ विच इज अबाउट द नोज की तरफ जो है, एंड द टेम्पोरल हाफ जो कि आपका ये तरफ है. अगर आप यहाँ पे कर रहे हो तो यहाँ पे टेम्पोरल हाफ है एंड यहाँ पे नोजल हाफ है. ठीक है, you can understand my point. ठीक है, so between the nose there is a, ये नोजल हाफ है, ये नोजल हाफ है, ये इस आई का नोजल हाफ, ये इस आई का, एंड द ये जो दोनों एरिया है ये टेम्पोरल हाफ है. अगर इस साइड से लाइट आ रही है, इस साइड से कोई इमेज हमने ऐसे करके देखी, सो दैट्स मीन क्या इन्वॉल्व हुआ, हमारा इस आई का टेम्पोरल हाफ, लेफ्ट आई का टेम्पोरल हाफ इन्वॉल्व हुआ, राइट आई का नोजल हाफ इन्वॉल्व हुआ. ठीक है, और अगर हमारा इस साइड से कुछ आ रहा है तो क्या इन्वॉल्व हो रहा है, हमारे राइट आई का टेम्पोरल हाफ इन्वॉल्व हो रहा है और लेफ्ट आई का नोजल हाफ इन्वॉल्व हो रहा है. और ये जो होता है ये हमारे फोबियाज का मिड पॉइंट होता है. ठीक है, मतलब हम फोबिया के मिड पॉइंट पे देखते हैं. अगर हम ऐसे देखते हैं तो हमारा ये पोर्शन और ये पोर्शन जहाँ पे इमेज को बनाता है, दिस इज दी फोबिया पॉइंट. फोबिया पॉइंट जहाँ पे मैक्सिमम फोटो रिसेप्टर्स पाए जाते हैं, मैक्सिमम कॉन्स का अमाउंट होता है वहां पे. दैट्स वाई वहां पे जो इमेज बनती है वो बिल्कुल क्लियर बनती है, एंड the human being is able to receive the visual sensation. Human beings are able to perceive the object image. ठीक है, that's why हम वहाँ पे इमेज को किसी ऑब्जेक्ट की इमेज को क्लियरली परसीव कर पाते हैं, क्योंकि सबसे ज्यादा मैक्सिमम फोटो रिसेप्टर्स वहां होते हैं फोबिया पे. ठीक है, सो दिस इज दी वन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज हियर दैट द इमेज इज, जो रेटिना पे इमेज बनती है सराउंडिंग दी फोबिया, वो इन्वर्टेड बनती है, अपोजिट इमेज बनती है. ठीक है, आप अपने उसमें बुक में जो फिगर है उससे अगर आप देखोगे तो यू कैन सी, अगर पेड़ ऐसा है तो उसकी इमेज जो बनेगी वो इस फॉर्म में बनेगी, रिवर्स हो जाएगा. रेटिना पे जो इमेज बनेगी वो इन्वर्टेड बनती है. सो दिस इज दी होल फंक्शनिंग जिसके थ्रू हम.
So this is all about today. Today we studied about the concept of AL and DL again and the concept of nozzle half and the temporal half again. ठीक है, ये दो टॉपिक मोस्ट रिक्वेस्टेड था कि इसे आप वापस से रिवाइज करा दो because these concepts are little bit difficult. That's why मैंने रिवाइज किया. So today we are understanding these two concepts in a revised way, and in next video we can continue the perception part. Thank you so much, class.